Hi, profitable traders. It's a guy here, the unknown, and today I want us to look at something important. As you already know, we have been focusing on the most explosive trading strategy for indices, and it's a low risk kind of strategy. It's very, very explosive, and one thing I love about it is that your take profit is going to get hit very quick. On average, my take profit has been hit in roughly 6 minutes. Sometimes, yes, your take profit will be hit in 2 minutes. I've shown or shared trades with you where my take profit was hit in 2 minutes, where it was hit in 4 minutes. Yes, there are days when it's going to be hit in roughly 20 minutes, but most of the time it's going to be hit in roughly less than 15 minutes. Okay, so this makes this kind of trades interesting because you don't have to be on the screen the whole day, and most likely when you enter, because they're explosive, you're not gonna be in a drawdown. They're gonna just explode straight to your take profit, and we target 50 pips because we know indices are more volatile and it's going to be very easy to take 50 pips. And another thing is that we don't really care if we are trading in line with the trend or if we are counter trading, maybe we are taking the pullback. It's still okay because these kind of trades are explosive. Okay, so one thing I want to share with you again is a trade that I took yesterday. This is US30. I took this trade, okay, US30, and my took profit got hit straight. So you don't have much stress when you are taking this kind of trades, and we don't do most of the day counts or the things that are confusing. It's straightforward. Okay, for me it's the easiest one, and I'm gonna share a lot of things with you, so stay till the end of this video. It's really gonna benefit you. Okay, so we have criterias. Okay, this is the easiest trading strategy, but we have criterias. Okay, because remember, the markets are not perfect. It is your rules that have to be perfect. Okay, so the first criteria is to see where is trapped volume before the session begins. You can do this roughly maybe 10 minutes before the equity opening time. Okay, because throughout the day we're not trading the strategy. You can do whatever you want, just come during the equity time, look at the criterias. Once they are met, you can take it without fear, and roughly in less than 15 minutes your take profit will be hit. You can go and continue with your day. Okay, so this is what makes this trading strategy my favorite. Okay, so the first criteria, as I say, is actually to identify trap volume during the day, and mostly it's going to be on this level, either the closing price of the previous day, the low of the previous day, or the high of the previous day. This indicators in the description is for free, and of course on the high, if you don't have the indicator, you can just draw some lines. Okay, it's very easy. Okay, it's just the high and the low of the previous day. Okay, so as you look here, we couldn't really identify where the trapping traders were because they send people down and then they send them up, so we can't really identify. And as you can see, they are not really going far from this line. They're just playing around the lines, and this is understandable because the previous day was an inside day. Not just an inside day, but it was a day after. It was a day where we had bank holidays in the US, so there wasn't much volatility on Monday, hence I also didn't really trade. So guys, on this day I'll put a cross because we couldn't identify trap volume before the session begins. But most of the days, as you can see, it will just be, as you can see, sending people into the closing price. As you can see, sending people down into the closing price. Most of the days it's going to be sending people into closing price. So as you can see, most of the days it's going to be on the closing price. Okay, but that days when they're going to trap here on the low or the high. Okay, so we must identify that first. But on this day, this criteria was not met, hence we are actually gonna trade with caution on this day. Okay, that's very important. We know that, okay, the first criteria of where trap volume is before the session, we couldn't identify that. Okay, and the second criteria is to wait for the equity time. We're not going to open any trade before the equity time. And yes, I know they can move they can move prices an hour before the equity opening time, which is roughly 9:30 US time, but we don't really care. Okay, because we focus on the process. We need something that happens most often, something we understand, something that gives us an edge. So for me, the first hour doesn't give me an edge. Okay, therefore what do? I wait for the equity to open. So when the equity opens, I go to a smaller time frame. Okay, and what was interesting on this day is you will realize that, okay, before the equity opened, they came and closed everybody who actually sold during the day. Okay, of course, already those who bought in Asia were already closed by London. Okay, yes, and then London made a low. Okay, but this is not important for now. What is important is actually now the equity is open. Yes, of course we couldn't identify trap volume here, but I'll go to a 1 minute time frame. If you don't understand the 1 minute, you can focus on the 5 minute, okay? Because this strategy is most visible on a smaller time frame. Okay, so our job now is to identify a trap volume during the session. Okay, during the session we need to identify trap volume. So if you are using a 1 minute time frame, you're gonna get this set up most often, and if you're using a 5 minute time frame, you are gonna get it but not as most often as on a 1 minute time frame. But for you on a 5 minutes, it's gonna be clean and it's just gonna explode. Okay, so if you wait for it, you will actually grow your account. I know the problem with traders is actually patience. Traders don't have patience, okay? But this is one of the trading strategy where you require patience, okay? Because now as the equity has opened, now what are we waiting for? We want to see trade traders, and we need the easiest trade. So we don't want to be guessing who is trapped, who is not trapped, okay? Because the most important thing about identifying trap volume is we want to know those who are in hope, those who are praying for prices to come back to break even, so that they can exit at a break even point or at a very smaller loss. Because you know that if immediately prices go against you and you are at a loss of 200, 500, depending on your size, $1,000, you don't feel comfortable. You want them to come back and then come to break even, or come to roughly $30, $40, $50, so that you can exit, okay? But most of the people are gonna feel pain, and that's what we want to first understand. And when we know who is in hope, who is praying for prices to actually come back to break even, that's where we get in, okay? Because the pain of others in this industry is actually gonna be uh your your advantage, okay? This is trading, okay? And the reason for that is that obviously this industry is actually led by the most cruel people. So it is what it is, guys, okay? It is what it is, okay? So we're gonna get the most advantages when we know who is in pain, okay? That's what you have to understand. So if you ever find yourself in a position where you are now relying on hope, guys, close the trade and just save yourself, okay? Okay, so for us, we use stop losses. Once our stops are hit, we are not longer relying on hope. Okay, so you can see this time here they just went up and now they are coming down. We don't really have trap volume here because we don't want to be guessing, oh, these guys are trapped. This no, we want to see those who are really squeezed, those who are really trapped, and those who are really feeling the pain. So as you can see, these cards come down. Okay, they're making lower lows. Okay, and then they go up and they start going up. But here's the most interesting thing for me: they gave a triple top. You see, now they're squeezing people. Of course, they've been sending traders up, and now they go up. And now, as you can see, they are now actually squeezing above this level. You see, they made a high and now they are squeezing people above this level. So literally everybody who actually bought here didn't really see profits, okay? Didn't really see profits. And for whosoever got their orders fulfilled in this yellow box, by the time they broke, you see, they go up, and then they broke down. Okay, let me show you something. We have something like this line over here. This is, you know, support and resistance. Most people rely on support and resistance. As you can see, now they are bouncing here, and they give this pin engulf. People who believe in resistance did what? They actually bought this engulf, okay? Because they believe that prices are going up. Remember, people trade after emotions, okay? So everybody who bought here, obviously if you bought this candle here, your order got fulfilled inside this yellow box because of spread, okay? So if your order got fulfilled here, the moment, look at this, really exciting, okay? So this triple top is what got my attention, okay? So you see this line here. Once they started breaking down and closing here, everybody whose order got fulfilled here, or everybody who actually bought here, you see this is a breakout. Everybody who bought here, they literally got crushed. And at this point, when this candle closed here, let me just identify the candle for you. When this candle closed here, everybody was now in hope. Oh God, help us. May prices go back to break even so that we can exit at a break even point. Maybe their orders got fulfilled on this red line. Now they are praying, oh God, help us. Oh God, help us whatsoever. So these guys here are mostly not gonna close their trades, because immediately you are at a big loss, you know what you do, or what traders do, okay? You start hoping, because if your loss is immediately $1,000, you won't feel like, oh, I should close it. No, you are now thinking that, okay, they might pull back to break even so that I can exit at a smaller loss, okay? And that's not what's gonna happen. So we need to identify, write this down, we need to identify those who are in pain, okay, those who are actually hoping for prices to come back to break even. So once we understand who is now hoping, because hope is, it's a very dangerous thing when it comes to this industry. Remember, this industry is led by the most corrupt people in the world, okay? So they use hope to hurt people. Once you are in hope, guys, close your trade. We use stop losses, so we never rely on hope. If we are crushed, if we are wrong, they're immediately gonna hit through our stop losses. We're not gonna increase on it, add on it because of hope. No, we understand that sometimes we will take losses, okay? So everybody here is hoping, and once these people are hoping, they are in a dangerous state. The market is gonna punish them, okay? So once this candle closed, that's where I always take my entries. But yesterday I was looking at a lot of things, and okay, my order got fulfilled somewhere around here. I'm gonna show you, okay? And of course, I misplaced my stops. I don't trail them. You know how I feel about trailing stops, okay? I kind of misplaced my stops, okay? Because they were somewhere around here, okay? Usually what I want to do is I want to enter on this candle. That is the evidence now that they've shifted the zone. Everybody going up is trapped. So what I will do is I put my stops here. But yesterday, of course, I misplaced my stops because I don't know. I don't want to give excuses, okay? But it is what it is. They came and closed me here. And then after closing me, what do? They gave, you see, they gave this engulf. This is an engulf, okay? Because it engulfs this whole candle. See, it engulfs this whole candle. So this is a pump and a dump. This is a pump and a dump. That's what we trade. We want to see them going in the opposite direction, then giving us engulf. This is how I enter everywhere. Every time my entry is based on this. For those who are still struggling with entries, that's how I enter. I want to see them pumping and dumping. So this is where I was supposed to enter, but because my attention got distracted, even though I had alerts here, by the time I came to this chart, this candle was down here because they are explosive. They closed me here, and then again they did what? Okay, they actually gave an engulf, and when this candle started, because it's explosive, remember this is a 1 minute chart, I quickly entered here, okay? And then I put my stops right above here. Why? Because this is a low risk kind of trade, and these are explosive trades. They should go straight to your take profit. So I took roughly 50 pips, okay? I took roughly 50 pips from here, and my take profit got hit in roughly 25 minutes. As you can see, I told you some days it's gonna be hit in about 20 minutes, but mostly it's gonna be less than 15 minutes. On average, mine has been 6 minutes, okay? Because I've shared with you trades where the take profit was actually hit in 4 minutes, 2 minutes, 6 minutes, and 5 minutes, okay? So this is where I actually exited the trade, okay? It was on the levels, but I did expect it to go a little bit more. However, I focus on the process, because sometimes I know I'm going to be trading the pullback. So I don't really care if I'm trading in line with the trend, or if I'm taking the pullback. I'm on a smaller time frame. Once I understand that people are trapped, I know the market is going to punish them at least 50 pips, okay? So guys, this is the trade I took. If you come here, you will see, okay, this is the first entry. I got late. I was actually supposed to enter here, but again, even if I got late, my stop losses could have gone roughly above this candle, but it's okay. I misplaced them, okay? And I re-entered here again. As you can see, it's an engulf, and now prices are going down, and this is where they hit my take profit. This is a clean 50 pips. Yes, they did go an additional of 50, but I focused on my process. I was done with the trade, and my day was done, completely done, okay? So this is what went into my mind. So quite quick, just to do this, there's somebody who actually keeps on asking, how do I see trap volume? So let me just run through this quite quick, and then I will show you the trade I took on gold, and then we can call it a day, okay? Because my objective is just to help, okay? So when it comes to trap volume, we use patterns. You know what a pattern is, okay? I believe you know what market structure is. If you are still new, of course, you might be mixing market structure and patterns, because even for me, when I was starting, it took me a little bit of time, but fortunately I learned from the right places, okay? But it also took me a lot of time to actually differentiate between market structure and patterns. Patterns, guys, are very important. We have patterns like double tops, okay? These are patterns like double tops where the market goes up, comes down, goes up and comes down, okay? And then we have patterns like triple top, okay? Something like a triple top, okay? And mostly, of course, we trade evidence. When I get a double top, I know, okay, most books will tell you to enter maybe somewhere here. But for me, honestly, I trade evidence. Okay. So when I get a double top like this, I want to see them taking prices up, maybe into the double top. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't, sometimes maybe they do this, and then I want to see an engulf. This engulf immediately shift zone, because the main idea here is we are sending traders up, we are sending traders up, and then we go down, we send them up again. So everybody who bought this leg and bought this leg got close when prices came down, and then of course again, books will tell you to enter here or to enter immediately when they breakout traders. You know what breakout traders are, okay? Sometimes I do trade breakouts, okay? But you have to understand that most of the information out there is known by those who move the market. It's known by big players, okay? It's known by manipulators, and you know their day trading is all about manipulation. So these guys know where people are entering, and they know that you are trailing your stop. Hence why I hate trailing stops. Most of the time, if you enter and trail your stops immediately, you're gonna know that they're gonna come to a point where you trailed your stop and they're gonna kick you out and go in your direction. That is because they know, guys, they know they're taking advantage, okay? Remember, trading knowledge is openly available to anyone, and the big guys have mastered it. They know where the crowd is actually entering and putting their stops. So market behavior, sometimes I told you and I showed you in my previous video already that sometimes, yes, they're gonna just explode and go straight, but usually I don't care, okay? I want them to come back. This is trapping. By the time they take you up again, they are just sending you up, sending you up, sending you up, and immediately they shift zone. So if your order got fulfilled anyway inside this double top, you are really now relying on hope when this candle closes. So this is what I take, even if it hasn't broken out yet, because it's an engulf and it's evidence. That's what I'm gonna take. The same applies to a triple top, okay? This is where they send people up. Oh, you don't believe we are going up, we're gonna show you we are going up again. Oh, you don't believe that we're going up again. So even if they give this, I still want to see that last push, okay? That gives an engulf, okay? Hence why I showed you on the charts, they did give that perfectly, okay? They gave that perfectly. You see, this is a triple top, and then they gave this last pump and dump. Guys, patience, 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 okay? Don't chase things, because mostly they are gonna give you candles to chase. Remember, they know what most of you are thinking, because already they know what most of you are reading, okay? So if they know what you are reading, they know what you are doing, okay? And I'll show you that in another video. I'll actually prove that to you. If you have read the book which talks about Japanese candles, okay? Japanese candles, you will know that in that book, when they actually introduced the Japanese candle, remember, the Japanese trader were accurate. So US traders were bothered by the fact that every time they were being hit by Japanese guys. So they wanted to know what makes the trades from the Japanese guys so accurate. That's when they started studying, and then they realized that, okay, Japanese guys are using candlesticks, and candlestick comes with more advantage as compared to bar charts. But it's all about what you understand, okay? Because candlestick can give you a lot of like candle patterns, okay? We have different candles, we have harami, we have long white, whatsoever. There are many candles that we have: engulfing candles, pins, inverted hammers, whatever you call it, okay? So one thing that got my attention from that book is the fact that US traders said, okay, to beat Japanese guys, we have to know what they are doing. So that alone tells you that manipulators or the big guys have to know what each and every retail guy is doing, what they are doing. So to know that they have to come to the materials you are reading, and they have to understand what the books are saying, because most of you are also actually going to learn from the books. Okay, so this is why most triple patterns books will say you actually sell here or sell this breakout. So mostly market behavior is going to win. That's why they are going to break out and pull back and then give you this form of engulf. Okay, because literally they know what you are thinking, they know what you are doing. Okay, so I just want to understand that, to explain the psychology, so that you can get to understand why mostly market behavior will always win. Sometimes, yes, I told you they will go straight, but out of 10 you might find that is one. As I said, I focus on the process. I need something that repeats itself over and over again, because now you know you can be patient and wait for what happens all most of the time, because that's normal market behavior. Okay, sometimes they're gonna use triangles. This is where they will use triangles to trap traders, trap traders, trap traders, and then maybe they will break down. Okay, or sometimes they will break up again. You have to identify that, okay, if they break out, who is literally trapped. So for me, I want to see the evidence candle, which is that very big engulfing candle that shows that now they've shifted the zone from trap traders. Because remember, you must identify trap volume, and most of the time if they're using a triangle, they are actually gonna give you the evidence. When the evidence candle happens, which is an engulf that shifts the zone from trap traders, what I understand about that is the fact that already we can identify those who are in hope, and though is the most important thing for me. I want to know who is hoping, because of course everybody who bought into this is now relying on hope when this candle closes. Okay, everybody whose order got fulfilled in this box is now relying on hope when this candle closes. Why? Because they are immediately on big losses. So these triangles, it could be a head and shoulder. Okay guys, it could be a head and shoulder. You know what book says, mostly it's gonna be like this. Okay, so I need to understand who is trapped. Sometimes they're gonna use something like this, sending people up, sending traders up, sending traders up, and then eventually breaking down. I explained this when I explained three types of trends. Okay, because even those three types of trends are important. Let me show you another thing that you should that can help you. I know this is a lot, but obviously if you are going to be a trader, trading is one of the hardest industry. Unfortunately, most people want to understand it by just watching one video and stuff. Remember, trading is harder than most professionals out there. Like there are many doctors who have failed in trading, many pilots fail, many lawyers fail, many engineers fail on this industry. Why? Because this is not an industry that requires your IQ. IQ is not important here. Okay, we need to know what the big guys are doing. Okay, and we need to be patient. Remember, even if you are a doctor, you have a lot of emotions. Even psychologists are failing in this industry, despite the knowledge they have about psychology. The fact is, yeah, you need to control your emotions. Okay, most people think they are failing, and they are constantly searching for trading strategies which are better. But believe me, none exists that is better. Why? Because you are mostly self-sabotaging. Trading is very easy if you eliminate your emotions. Okay, so that's the most important thing. That's why I always tell you, go and deal with your emotions. So you can see they are taking people up, and immediately what do? They break down. So this is just what we call a creeping trend. And let me re-explain creeping trends for you. Creeping trends can be like something, it's something like this. Okay, they make a high, okay, and then they break that high, they come back into it, okay, make another high. In the process, they break into the high, and then they come inside of it, okay, and then they break out of this high and come back inside of it. So once they give you something like a creeping trend, as you can see, this is a creeping trend. They make a high, trade back into it, high, trade back into it, high, trade back into it. You mostly gonna see me entering on this ones. Why? Because once this happens, there are two things that might happen. Firstly, they might just do something like this, make a high, okay, which is lower than this one, and then do something like this, okay. And now this tells you that they have changed directions. Okay, so this is a trade that is gonna go down, and mostly it's gonna explode down. Okay, so what I use, because I use a 1 minute chart, I usually draw a line here, and as they are creeping, you find that they break down, and this breakdown here literally closes everybody from here. Okay, so this shows you is change in direction. You can just wait for them to come up, because we are always waiting for a pump so that we can enter the dump. But this dump must have an engulfing candle that shifts its zones immediately and leave everybody up here relying on what? On hope. That's where we know now that this market is going to explode. Okay, and of course sometimes you realize that, okay, the market is just doing like this, it's trending up, and then all of a sudden it starts trending up on a higher level. Guys, this is an explosive kind of trade. You don't want to be going against this. Okay, you don't want to be selling once they've given you a trade that has two trend lines like this. You don't want to be selling. Why? Because this is an explosive kind of trade. Okay, mostly they are gonna explode in the direction. I've showed you a couple of trades I've taken based on this, and there are a couple of trades I've taken based on this. Okay, and then obviously we have a normal trend like this. So when you understand the normal trend, obviously you can take something like this. And for me, on a normal trend, I traded on a 4-hour time frame. Already I told you that I'm actually gravitating towards long-term trading. Okay, so I want to keep short-term trading and long-term trading, because what I've realized is yes, sometimes there are big opportunities, but we settle for less simply because we want to actually do day trading. And I think I'm more patient, and I also enjoy long-term trades. Okay, because I will take it once a week and then hold it for more than 3 days, maybe 4 days. Okay, but for this I take normal trends and I take them on a 4-hour time frame. And I've started last week. I told you I took a couple of trades too, I think last week, yes, and they went well. Yesterday I took gold, but I closed it early, and I'm going to show you what I actually did. So guys, I'm going to do another dedicated video, and I'll create some trapping patterns, and I will make them available to you. Okay, so another as I said, they use like double tops, triple tops, triangles, head and shoulders. So you can just like, okay, turn the tables. If it's like a double bottom, it's gonna be something like this. Okay, we need this is important for us traders. Okay, we need to see them sending people into the wrong direction, and now we need the engulfing from here. And I know most people are struggling with this. Guys, remember, if you take a loss, you took a loss, it's okay. Okay, just trade one thing every day. Just repeat, because this is mostly rinsing and repeating, doing the same thing over and over again. So you see, this is a triple top. Okay, where they break out here, and then they are, you see, they breakout traders get in and they come and get them. So this is the most important thing for me. If I'm gonna be entering, I need this. I need the engulfing candle here, which is now evidence that everybody who order got fulfilled here is relying on hope. Everybody's order maybe got fulfilled in here. Once this engulfing candle closes, is now relying on hope. So guys, we need to identify those who are relying in hope. That's the most important thing. Once we identify those who are relying on hope, those who are praying, God, bring the prices back. I did that. Okay, you did that. I believe you know that there are times when you literally prayed for prices to come back, and did they do that? No, they won't. Why? Because inside guys know what you guys are doing, and they know when most of retail guys are actually relying on hope, and they are praying to God, and are feeling the most pain. And you know that, okay, if the engulfing candle was roughly let's say 12 pips, and you are already at a big loss with only 12 pips, imagine what's going to happen when they go 50 pips against you. You are going to be in crazy losses, and you're not gonna bear that, you're not gonna endure that, you actually gonna close your trades. Okay, so these are trapping patterns, but I'm gonna do a dedicated video on this. Okay, because I will still want to do a dedicated video on creeping trends. These are the most kind of trends, and if you understand them, they are really gonna pay a lot. Okay, and don't get confused by the slopes can work in two ways. Okay, if maybe we have a high where on the high they slope down and they literally broke down, they are most likely gonna creep and then break down again. So you must understand that this engulf is your opportunity. You don't take a trade against a slope that happened maybe at the high, because this has already trapped traders high, and chances are they are never gonna go back. The same applies if we are at a low and they start creeping like this. Okay, this is yes, it's gonna work in either going down or up, but once they have broken up and then they start creeping, chances are they are going to continue. So you must understand that if a market has broken down, they start creeping, into the trend. That's just the stop hunt, and they are most likely going to continue. And you'll see me taking this kind of trades most of the time, where the market is broken down and now they start creeping. This is not an explosive slope in the direction of the trend. No, this is mostly gonna be a stop hunt, okay, and it's literally gonna break down, and that's where you're gonna get your engulf and it's gonna just explode, okay. So you must be able to differentiate between an explosive slope, okay, which happens mostly, it starts from the high, okay. This is an explosive kind of slope. The only time you can take this is when they've broken down and now they come up and now they start sloping. This is now in line with the original trend, okay. So this is what you can take, because again, it's an explosive slope. But once prices break down and then they start to creep, chances are they are gonna explode, and this is gonna be the easiest trade, and these are the ones I take most of the time if you have actually looked at my previous trades, okay. So guys, I know this video is very long. Let me go to a trade I took on gold just to show you what went through my mind, and it's gonna be really quick, and we will just be done for the day, okay. But remember, we must identify, and if you want, you can use the 20 EMA, okay, the 20 EMA, just to help you, okay, just to help you. As you can see now, now this is where this engulf is already inside. So when they were trapping, we were literally playing above this in 20 EMA, and now we are back inside. So you can use the 20 EMA just to help you, but you don't really need this, because for me the most important thing is prices. I don't care about the indicators, guys. The only indicator that is important is the closing price, but you can just draw that anyway. So you can literally trade with 0 indicators on your charts. You can draw the high, the low, the closing, and now it's you know when to come to your charts, and you can just start identifying and identifying. So literally, like, you don't need any indicator, okay. But anyway, anyhow, this is how I trade my trade. And somebody will say, this was like, guys, I've posted a lot of trades. If you go to the community, I've posted a lot of trades. In my previous video, I've shown you a lot of proofs about this kind of trades that I take every day. So if you still think it's luck, or if you think it's whatsoever, it's up to you. But these are the most easiest kind of trades. I don't care about the underlying trend. No, I don't care about that, because these are indices, and indices are explosive. So I want my 50 pips, because I know that if I'm taking a pullback, yes, maybe they might go 60 pips and then continue in the direction of the trend. So for me, I don't really care, because these are explosive, okay. And the same thing happened on if you look at Nasdaq, okay, you can see now they've been sending people up and up, and you see here, this is what I told you about the explosive slope. If you look throughout the day, you see that you have an explosive kind of slope. This is an explosive slope. You don't want to go against this unless they start doing otherwise. This slope is explosive, so you must know what they are presenting to you, okay. So if you go to a wait for the equity opening time, then go to a 1 minute time frame, okay. Guys, just identify trap volume, okay, because as you can see, we got a market that sloped down, okay, explosive slope, and then eventually broke down. At this point, we don't have any trap volume, okay, we don't have trap volume, okay. So they are just creeping now. You see, creeping, and then again, what do they do? I took US30 because for me it was cleaner, but what do? They come back and close everybody from the creeping trend, okay. Oh, this is now interesting. Oh, okay. Okay, they've closed them by spread, okay. Now what can we identify? Now we know they were sloping up, okay, they were sloping up. I told you, don't confuse this as the explosive slope. Why? Because mostly the explosive slope is going to be in line with the original trend, okay. In this case, they start sloping, but at this point we can't identify anybody who is trapped, okay. There's no trap volume, okay. Yes, they break down, but at this point we can't say this is a trap this is trap volume, okay. So what do? We wait, okay, we wait, and then as you can see, they start giving a rectangle. Oh guys, when I explained to you, I forgot the rectangle. This is the most reliable kind of trapping. And if you look, one person who really loves it is Peter Brandt. He likes it. Okay, Peter Brandt likes this one. That's why I told you go and watch Peter Brandt. I saw that he posted a video, I think it was yesterday. I haven't watched it yet on his YouTube channel, but I will watch it today. Okay, because guys, I told you, I'm busy adding on the playbook, and there's just a lot that is happening right now. Okay, that's why sometimes my availability is like it's low. Okay, and as you can see, this is a rectangle, guys. Rectangle are very good. Once you find a rectangle, you know that they are trapping volume down and up and down, up and down. Your job is to just wait, be patient, do nothing, wait. Okay, and when you get when you actually get a rectangle, it's much more easier. Why? Because identify a distance up here and identify a distance down here, and then just set your alerts. Okay, set your alerts. Okay, but here we can see they were just creeping up after market that is broken down. A creep after market as when they give us a creep after the prices have been going okay, let me say this: when prices explode into a direction and then we get a creep into the trend, guys, remember that that's a very clean sign that prices are gonna continue in the direction of the trend. I did explain that to you right now in the diagram. Okay, I believe some of you saw it. I told you when a market is exploding in a direction and then we get a creeping trend, this is just a sign that okay, prices are gonna continue in the direction. I did explain that to you. Okay, I did. This is, I also explained this here, that when a market is exploding in a direction and then we get a creeping trend, chances are boom, this is your engulf. Okay, so yes, again, if you look at this trade, you realize that they gave a rectangle, they broke out of the rectangle. Okay, and this is where you enter. Okay, it's just that this candle was a little bit bigger, but it's enough, guys. It's really enough, okay, for your stop losses to come here. I would have taken it, but I took that other one. Okay, and this one gave roughly 2 entries. Okay, because as it pulled back and started breaking down, I saw this entry right here, but I didn't really take it because I had one running already on US30, so I didn't want to have multiple trades. Had the one under US30 hit my take profit quick, I would have taken this one also. Okay, because this was a very clean setup where they literally gave a pump and a dump. Okay, and I told you this is important for me, but even this engulf is very important. Why? Because at this point, when they break out of here, you know that whoever's order got fulfilled here is literally in big pain, and they are hoping for prices to do what? For prices to reverse. So once we identify those who are in hope, those who are in the most pain, that's when we know that okay, it's time for us to take advantage. Why? Because obviously we're not moving the market. We have to move in line with those who are moving the market, and the big players are going to do that. The manipulators are going to do that. They want you to feel pain, and now you're relying on hope. The moment you're relying on hope, remember, you are trailing your stops. If you bought here and this candle explodes, now you're pulling your stops down, hoping that oh no, my loss was too big, I can't take it, let me pull back so that maybe they will go back to break even. And when they start doing this, you feel like, oh yeah, now they are going back, and then I will be able to exit at a smaller point. But every time they give a pullback, you will realize that they don't go back inside. They are still where at a point where you started relying on hope. Okay, they are still here, so you're still believing, oh, yes, now they're coming back, and before you know it, that boom, down again. And by the time you're gonna feel comfortable closing your trade is when you have big losses that now you can't bear. And because you had big losses, now you're gonna revenge the market. You want to make back what you lost. Oh guys, there's a lot of psychology that goes into training, and I just believe you will understand the psychology. Okay, but of course this was a giveaway. Market broken down, now we get a creeping trend, and then okay, this engulf wasn't that clean. Okay, so we didn't have much evidence here, okay, except that this candle maybe. But you see, they just gave us the most easiest thing. If they don't give you something easy, what do? Continue to wait and expect the most easiest trade. Okay, because this one is clean. Even if you use the 20 EMA here, you're gonna see that it's clean, guys. I told you, stop, wait. You see now, boom. Okay, maybe some of you don't see this dotted line because I've used dots. You see now, You see, this candle is the one that closes inside and immediately shifts on. You can take this one. Maybe some people didn't see this one here because I think I'm using a dotted line. I just want my chart super clean, guys. Okay, I just want my chart super clean. Okay, when my charts are clean, I feel a little bit confident and everything is a bit easy for me. You see, even here, this engulfing candle happened inside the EMA. So when they were trapping, they were outside the EMA. So just be patient. And again, if you look carefully here, it's not just a triple top. They gave something like a triangle. You see, something like a triangle, but it's up to you how you identify this. But guys, these things are easy and they are gonna explode. You see, even if you took this candle, where did your 50 pips get hit? Your 50 pips got hit roughly here. It's, yes, it took roughly 28 minutes. I told you it's gonna be mostly less than 30 minutes. And for those who took this entry here, their 50 pips got hit in 14 minutes. You see, even for those who took this engulfing candle here, okay, because now this is evidence that they are going down. Okay, you see 50 pips got hit, so there were multiple entries on this one. Okay, you can just go and identify the opportunity for yourself on S&P. It's there. I believe that will be enough practice for you. So let me show you a trade I took on gold. Okay, I took a trade on gold. Yes, I took a trade on gold yesterday and it was a very nice trade. Okay, you see here, I took a trade down here, as you can see, and unfortunately for this trade I took 50 something pips. Okay, because my target was roughly 100 pips, but what happened is they shied away from it roughly 4 pips. Okay, and when I came back to the chart, it was a little bit late. I could have waited. My main objective for targeting 100 pips, remember, I always target 50 pips, and now I have to tell you why I targeted 100 pips. The reason I targeted 100 pips, let me show you. I'll show you quite clean on the charts. The reason I targeted 100 pips was because I actually took this trade on a 4-hour time frame. Okay, I told you I'm gravitating and I'm learning every day. That's why I always say learn. Give yourself time to learn. Okay, give yourself time to learn. This is the most easiest industry, but once you become better and you keep on learning, everything is gonna make sense. Okay, so I literally took this trade on okay, this is a 4-hour time frame. I want to show you where I took this trade from. Okay, because I took it on a 4-hour time frame. Where did I take this trade? I think I took this trade where I think I took this trade somewhere here. Okay, let's see. Yes, I think I took this trade somewhere here. Yes, actually it's true. I took this trade on the close of this candle. Okay, this is a 4-hour candle. So as you can see, I told you, if I'm trading a normal trend, I want to take it on a bigger time frame. Why? Because it makes it easy on a bigger time frame, because remember, on a bigger time frame, already the manipulation is already priced in. Okay, and that's what I learned after a lot of practice, and I'm still learning this. I'm not yet good on this, but continuously I'm learning and learning and learning. Okay, because I showed you the trade I took, I think what was last week. Yes, yeah, that closed me, and I took another trade the following day that gave clean 50 pips. Okay, but if I realized that if I had taken this trade over here, okay, let me just say, if I've taken this trade, say maybe I've taken it on this candle here, on a 4-hour candle here, it was just gonna be clean profits all the way, because my stops would have been just below here, and it was going to be a clean, even though they pinned that income, it was going to be a clean trade that even today I would have been holding it. Okay, so I am gravitating towards long term, but I'm still enjoying my short term, day 2, day 3, and whatsoever. And guys, I know I haven't done the meetings this week. There was power cut, and again, I'm working so hard trying to add things on the playbook. So yeah, there's just a lot that is currently happening. Okay, so I took this trade here yesterday, and yes, it went 100 pips. It shied just 3 pips from 100 pips. Okay, it shied 3 pips from my 100 pips, and then I eventually closed it when this candle closed as a pin. Okay, had I held on to this even today, it was gonna be a very good trade. Okay, so guys, all in all, this was a very good trade, and now I'm actually starting to love this for our trades, because I told you I want a dump and a pump. This is all I want. I want them to pull back and then give the engulf. Okay, this is what I want. This is important for me. And on a 4 hour time frame, you realize that a lot of manipulations have already happened in only one candle, and for you it ends up being the cleanest when it closes. So yeah, this is what I'm actually gravitating towards, but I will still keep doing my short-term trade. So what I want to share with you is that it's all about learning. Okay, it's all about learning. It's all about learning. And okay, yes, we have a rectangle here, and I took a long on a 4 hour time frame. Okay, I took a long on a 4 hour time frame. I will see what will happen. Okay, I will see what will happen, because yes, I have I'm not gonna tell you the target though. Okay, but I took a long, okay, on a 4 hour time frame here, and I will see what happens today. I will see what happens tomorrow, because I really wanna hold this kind of trade. Okay, besides, I don't love the New Zealand because the spreads are too high when I'm trading it intraday. Okay, because if I'm gonna be using a 5 minutes or a 1 minute time frame, the spreads are gonna be a little bit too big. So I took it on a 4 hour time frame, because on a 4 hour time frame I realized I have a very big rectangle. And if you have been following Peter Brandt, you will know that Peter Brandt loves this rectangle, and obviously he learned that from Schabacher, and yes, he enjoys them. Okay, so I want to see what's gonna happen, because I've lately been learning a lot as well from him and from other books. So guys, yeah, I want to see how this journey really goes. Okay, I want to see how it goes, and I'm long here. So even if I take a loss, it's fine, because I'm still experimenting this kind of strategy. But I'm trading it live. Okay, it's not an. I don't love demos. I don't trade demos because there's no spread and stuff. Okay, there's no manipulation. So I'm long here on okay, NZD USD. Okay, so I will see how it goes. But all in all, I shared with you the mindset, and even though I shared with you different kind of things, but I believe the takeaway lesson is the most explosive index trading strategy is easy. All you need is to identify who's trapped. Don't be greedy. Take 50 pips. On gold, yes, I targeted 100 pips because I took it on a 4 hour time frame, and I showed you why. I showed you why I actually targeted 100 pips. It was on a 4 hour time frame, and you can see this was a dump. This was a pump, and yes, on a 4 hour time frame we are on an uptrend, but I know this trend is not going to run forever, so it's still okay, guys. Okay, and even on NZD I'm on long on a 4 hour time frame, which I believe is still good. So it's all about learning and find something that works for you, because I know most people are failing on intraday simply because they are impatient. Okay, and one reason I love long-term trading is the fact that you also don't take multiple trades. You don't have to. I don't have to come to this pair tomorrow. I can just hold it for 3 days, 4 days, and I can have a bigger target. And yes, because mostly what I know about Peter Brandt is he will just do an expansion. He loves expansions. Okay, and maybe he will take an expansion of two. Okay, but I'm not saying he took this one. No, I took this one because I'm experimenting. So this is roughly 80, or else it can maybe sometimes go to an expansion of 3 if it goes in the direction. Okay, so yes, you can see it might be 190, and yeah, we shall see how it goes. But again, I can lose it, as even Peter Brandt showed in his video that he posted 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago, that out of 10 trades he has had taken 9 losses and 1 win. But it's okay, because for Peter Brandt it's a very small loss, and when he holds his trades, he holds for the biggest win. So he's even gonna be in profits even if he lost 9 out of 10. So yeah, it is what it is, guys. Control your emotions. The most important thing is your emotions. Okay, it's not about the strategy, it's about the emotions, the psychology plays a significant role. Most people think they're doing bad, they don't understand trading, and that is literally not true. The truth is the psychological part is the one that is hurting most of the traders. Okay, and guys, I know I'm gonna be doing a live, but I'm adding a lot to the playbook currently, and I'm gonna send it to all of you. Okay, we will have our meetings, and for all those who, I promise, one-on-one free, Yes, we're gonna have that because mostly our time clutches. So I'm gonna actually create a Telegram account, because sending emails, I realize that people are not constantly opening their emails. So I will create a Telegram where we can actually share a lot of things and we can communicate with ease. So guys, I wish you the best. Okay, keep reading, guys. Keep reading. Keep reading. There are thousands of trading books out there. There is a lot of knowledge out there. Keep that knowledge uh, going. Okay, keep earning that knowledge. Okay, keep earning that knowledge. And guys, I really appreciate you. Have a blessed day. Thank you.